Wednesday, the 6th of March 2024, 4 minutes gone past 1600 hours. We're live with another edition of Bamaso. Live on Aqua24 Radio, Abrabapa Radio, Aqua24 Radio GH, and on Facebook, Aqua24 Radio UK, as well as Aqua24 Radio on YouTube. We keep it very simple. We know we are the very Ghana that we talk about every now and then. And if we are the very Ghana that we talk about every now and then we are talking about no other person but the very ones who are talking about Ghana. Which are we, the very ones who meet here every now and then to figure out all possibilities with which we will be able to let the Ghana that we so much want to have come into manifestation from nowhere but from right within us. As simple as that. Here we know there is no other identity in the context of what we are doing here that is bigger than the fact that we are simply Ghanaians. And if we are to use Ghana as our reference point in whatever that we are doing, what we are doing therefore would be healing others or healing ourselves from the inability to let the Ghana that we want to live in, or the Ghana that the Ghanaians that we are, to come into expression. That is all that matters. So if you are to address someone who may not be living up to the Ghana standard, all that you yearn to do is to figure out all healing possibilities that will make that person come to understand that there is a Ghana that is sleeping within him or her, and it is waiting so aggressively to come into expression. That is the healing that we should be thinking of giving to ourselves. It can only happen when we use Ghana as our reference point. So you see someone you know very well is a Ghanaian, and however they have been consumed, just like in many instances, by their secondary identities. You know very well that person is a Ghanaian, and you know that identity is seeking to express in and through that person. It is lying dormant in that person. You have to be the catalyst that provides the healing, the awakening of that dormant Ghanaian in that fellow. This is the power of wisdom. This is the power of a conscious mind. This is the power of a Ghanaian that is working on him or herself to become a better version, so as to be able to awake people to the better version also in them. What do we do? You know, right? That is why we are here, to work on ourselves so as to, first of all, get that healing that we need. That healing that will make us, first of all, be able to see the Ghana within us, and from that angle, awaken the Ghana in others as well. Today is a special edition of Questions and Answers, the Independence Day edition. I know, gone were the days. Perhaps today we might be relaxing among other things, but hey, an hour, 30 minutes, or 2 hours for us to deliberate on over matters concerning our country would be a very wonderful idea. Today being our Independence Day, I would say A happy Independence Day to all of us. Yes, all of us. Yes, I take some as well. And on this day of we chopping 67 years of independence, may we rise to the occasion as to why we chose to have our independence. I'm very certain we chose to have our independence that to the effect that we would be able to manage our own affairs. We chose to have independence based on the grounds that yes, we have the men. We chose our independence on this day because we felt, hey, we are grown-ups and we need no baby walkers. We are man enough to be able to run the affairs of our own country. In fact, we chose independence because we weren't ready, or we did not want to continue people directing our actions, our inactions here and there. We chose independence because yes, we can take rational decisions for ourselves. And of course, that is a possibility. However, over the years, several things have happened and we may have lost the edge to be able to take decisions on our own. We have lost the edge to be able to manage the affairs of our nation effectively, although we seem to be managing it. Several things have happened along the way that is causing several people to ask, why then go for the independence? This is on the grounds that you have that independence, but there is still that invisible hand through diverse ways still directing what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do, dangling something in front of you that because of you not awakened to the capabilities of managing your own affairs, you feel if you don't take that which is being dangled in front of you, you might not be able to perhaps survive. Several things have happened, and as I said, so many people are asking those important questions as to why then even go for independence and become more over-reliant on the very ones we felt we needed independence from. As it stands now, the over-reliance on others to be able to get our budget through is just a nightmare. Why has that been the case? What would you say has been the reason why we've gotten that independence, but we are still getting every now and then over-reliant, trying to meet certain conditions here and there in order to get some funds beyond our country to support us? Why has that been the case? Well, although those things may be happening, it does not mean we've gotten to the end of the road. As I said the other time, wherever that we've gotten to, we can reroute ourselves. The journey may be long. It may burn fuel. It may need more energies being used, but whichever way it is, much better than we carrying on the lost course, as against we rerouting and then getting back on course. So on this very special day of our independence, It is my prayer that we align ourselves to the wisdom of life. We align ourselves to that power that directs us in every step of the way. That power that knows the very best for us. We need to be able to align ourselves with that power. That power that does all things to promote itself. And by so doing, we will be doing things in order to promote Ghana. We will be doing things that will promote the entire nation. We will be doing things that will bring harmony among ourselves. In fact, we will be doing things that express greater joy among ourselves. And until we get to that stage where we won't feel okay when a single Ghanaian is not okay, may this power push us. In fact, if you want to call it punish, may it continue to punish us in all diverse ways, so we will be awakened to the expression of that power within us to make our nation better. Well, that is just a simple Independence Day message to you and to me. So to this effect, I would humbly welcome you once again to Bamaso. And Chiason Kokese ana de mudo enkoma baby a wo bi asam pempensi wo afidie da Akwanifo Radio, Abrabopa Radio, ana Akwanifo Radio GH. So Facebook ana wa Akwanifo Radio stroke UK ana sa Akwanifo Radio UK. So call YouTube dia Akwanifo Radio. And then the 6th of March there to sunsia afin pimio ne aduonu and 9 and then Bamaso special sanse and Ghana yenya yefa ahudie yenya yefa ahudie ne yenya mfinhia aduosia enso yakoye nimpa na yabai no yebedin komo kakra kaneno na nke bia ne yebefa na fofida ewo Bamaso Ghana dey still na ya fofida ke yebefa na fofida ewo ha nemum ya junse eneno yebe special edition of Bamaso enti yaba na yebebusibusi ho nsemfu aba akomienu ana asemiensa na ene say ene ayedi ya afofi edai minim pefe se se yeje yefa ahudie afri wona na edi enso esanse yempese wo bia betre yenye se fa hana koyewe na koyewe na yeje yefa ahudie afri wonsam esanse yenim se yenso onyankopon ebo yense ne su ene ne nseso enti yenso yetimi dwene ema yen ho minim se yeje yefa ahudie esanse yes yenso yenim se onyankopon otiyemu na sede enuanum bi etimi edi won ho so na wototo won niema na otimi ma won man ekọ won anim no na yensu yapesi yebi yensu yapesi yebi right sa niema yi among other things ana minim se epipia yen se yenko na yenko je yafa ahudie enokre se yewo the capabilities ahoden no ewo ho nemom over mfie bibiri ayenya yefa ahudie no eniam bibiri akoso ama eniam bibiri ebusa nzimusa bibiri se ede be kranti ene yekoje sa afa ahudie no sanse se ono maame no papa ene tie na afei ono maame no papa tie no ja se ne otu fie ho nti ja yehwe wa kakra fine ana wo se da bi obekwa akọhan wo dan wo pese otu firi fie ho ana otu firi fie ho na otu firi fie ho no over a period of time no afei de osora no pa ifiri fie a na sa call maame ho ono maame no papa ho na akodi breakfast upi ko na mabonten kakra o hwe 12 boy ya na hurudu wasa ewura ho no okodi lunch enyumre de na no de wa hwe kra o sa de container ko se de be ya ogibi na okoduru fie onanti koduru fie ne se atwon ho kakra aja wa ye top up ansa na wada timi fa diesel kra ho no ansa na wakofie semre so kra se o rent beso a na wa sha se frefre ma me no papa se rent ne ya so enti o mo fasi camera umfa entua firo aka eno na owebusa se nisa na tie dia na yese one room baako da ho ewo o maame ho ade na one koso want na one room no na wa pepero ho etu free o maame o papa ho eno nkyere se enye ana se enye ne kwan mu eni ne kwan mu se nipa wo ho no mu a obenya ofa ahodie eye in order isan se eboa ma adwene no eye adwuma na se one surrender to you that call se isan se opese adwene no ye adwuma opese wa wudi ho so o ma niema etoto yie no o ye wo niema ama saade no adadi a obeje safa ahodie no efro maame no papa nsem nanso dare de nyina na wokọ maame no papa ho se wamwa ne san se untimi ntoto niema eyie de ne baaye ana yakoye over reliant on the very ones we chose to take our independence from. When I say the very ones, it is not to say the exact country. We took our independence on the grounds to say we don't want Ubia say hey, meet these conditions here, do this, do that. Nene nano Ghana ne IMF fufuhia ama yensa kesika kesi bi over $600 million. We had to meet some conditions before we were able to lay hands on that money. Now, should we allow some people to tell us to meet those conditions before we get those monies? Or even if we were initially, if we were doing things to meet those conditions they set, that is to say we were managing our affairs very well, we would not have gotten to that point of going to them for money. So you realize, if we were independent in our mind, reasoning and doing things properly, we wouldn't have gotten to that point of you going to that for to them to get that money. Right? And see several questions that come to mind. The things that when we go to them, they perhaps tell us to do and come for the money. If we were doing our things very well, doing some of those things very well, we wouldn't have gotten the need to even go to them in the first place. And several questions come to mind. At the end of the enunti yaira baby ni nim say ye independence ne yakọ akɔyɛ sɛ wotu kwan wonam motorway so no sɛ wanhwɛ ni ya right wobɛ miss wo exit sisi a wobɛ miss wo exit sisi a sɛ wanyɛ focused a wɔne bɛkum sisi a afei na wo car no move from one lane to the other ɛdeɛ ne baayɛ yɛakɔnom ɛyɛ drink bi a ɛma yɛda while we were driving ana drink ne kura ebi yɛ deɛ drinks na yɛnom a na wani kum no ebi si hot chocolate kura wo drive na nom a hwɛ a na wani akokum right akɔno no bi saa nneɛma ne bi ana yɛakɔnom aduro bi a yɛatwerɛ ho sɛ wonom saa aduro no a ani kwan sɛ wo drive ana no ntimi drive yie ɛwɔ saa yɛakwantuo yi to make our nation better na ana yɛmu si ɛho some of those questions na ɛba ne saa na afei yɛhu nneɛma a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛyɔ just to counter some of the things that we are doing inappropriate. Nti ene a special edition of Bamaso 6 March 2024. Mum Sotiani said the doctors as adin to Roehampton and Natana ewo ananketia me say papa yenti udinem pamanum da nana sarabedi akon Dr. Ebenezer Amufabwatin me say board chairman ene Sam abetaho Isaac nso abetaho owa hene champion say na no we share me look alike ewo say Access Bank we say Ghana okubo baby no worry me ba be me look alike no so na menchia eja kosibwachi obusonfo BB Prince de Bombardier, I believe you're doing very well wherever that you find yourself. Adofo akanyina metunchi mu odene ene mamo ene se the medical bompaye wo ye obruni kasemu no se me kano ye die mu dia ene die me kanyina ne se wo se I mean can you say mempaye ne se ye tumia dada yen ebra no nyina no omfa ye akwan hodo aso nyin akwan hodo aso nyinara na onada yen na yentumi enyane saa tumi kese na ifiri mu baaye no odi adua yemu no na yemfa nye ye niema yie as omai ene kwaya obefa so a obedada yen na yetumi enyane saa tumi na baabi a yefiri baaye no odi adua yemu se yemfa nye ye niema ema niema nko na nim no ene ni nyina agina ne so onfa yemfem se wahwe hu a se opese wunya gold a niema efemu no nya asem ketwa de ubetimi akanyina ene se there is a transformative power in pain, right? Pain is able to transform us to discover the greatness within us. And if need be, say, you hear pain in order to be transformed. Oh, may it be so. May it be so. That fire that transforms, transmute and transforms for us to be able to get the gold, no? Oh, may it come into expression in and through Yema Ghana, whatever the case may be. And a happy Independence Day. That's all. on this day no ni nim say o my Ghana ejina yin nyina yeso no what do we do yenhwe na Mamema board chairman akwa abansa, and then I will see say yebekwa akutie one patriotic song and then we can move on from there. But remember, questions and answers. Board chairman say otemenka and special greetings, happy Independence Day and I don't know why. Happy Independence Day. Board chairman, happy Independence Day.
I'll send to you.
Now, improved to say.
You are Daroma.
Beautiful. Yes, you're here, pa, ewa, right? Yes, you're here, ewa, say. Yo, and necessarily what to say, my boom, you know, and a special edition. Independence Day special.
Independence, na most Ghana when you're in TSA.
Oh, so Ghana no you pay 67.
That's right. 67.
That's right.
Into me Okroman man can dey me pension day.
Says I don't much anymore.
Into Ghana your pensioner.
I don't know. Say bit me. I like you.
Of course. So I say your age. We are talking about age and celebration. Annual celebration in Ghana, your old age. And I'm using say, as a yardstick, say, because a old age pension, we need to handle Ghana with delicate hands. Oh, a do baby, old age, do baby, near Finama, near Fis and near maybe cry. The kai and now they so nanky then they ranchy. And you may be on more. A moon for you to make send ye na first in the net here. Inti say Yabutre na yadin your ma a spare parts in ye changing in crank. Na could you promise a million away bar say Mama laptops way back so by within 2 years ports or beyond tax way back say a 24-hour economy. All of this is not going to help Ghana. Ghana is an old age pensioner. Monto mobo na musisha nyoma yi. Say omwa ye first school in Ghana no omunya abotre and can you sample pension na yawohoi? Oh, and so they are quite over it, sir. Omuna with diganinya. Omo ye fair school. Sir, ayami yapa, and can say omuna na wasifuna, and can ye chew mujron ye man, I say, ye banish them from Ghana. Because they stunted our development. Omuji. Ye fa hodie na enne ye celebrate no ama president ekogina Akufo-Addo na oji nchia wo ho no omuji ni nyina fi yensem we are not independent. Say ye independent enka nne no enka ye nsu say ye mo a omo say omo de mema to e no mo befa emba na omo di nnuane be hyehyehye omo ho no. Wahu, enka yentumi entra hon mo enya no kra wo ya bebuo mu. Because we are not independent. We are independent by just the word of it. It's yesu a yensu enye bie ya ba manfo kro so. Say ya dwumu bie. Na yehu say ana omo di enimi Omubotomu na omofele any omonananom and omudi omusi ye and I say Ghana no omudi si ye amaye. That is one question I want to ask. Obi obeba a radio so ombe yi ano say omudi enim no asa say Ghana no and omudi si ye and I say wobubotom ɛna ɔmo fele ɔmo ne ɔmo nenanom ne ɔmo abusuafoɔ. Because say who set up business krana, the frustration your mom will go through, you won't believe it, Papa. You will not believe it. Maybe you set up a business in Ghana, and I don't know. But I am trying to set up a business in Ghana, and the frustration I'm going through, the forms, the paperwork. Who could see signboard the crow? Nipana or T officer. The human is so size of the signboard na wouldn't see my yard charge on. Or no, a boamount and son or I then with 2 car at your barber share. Or charge you have to pay for this person to come out of his office to the location of person or the a signboard or person or the signboard in isi. Inti senior yashishe you chrono. I don't think say yashishe you chrono to progress. Yashishe you chrono for some few people to benefit. And that is very, very pathetic. Now, the reason why I signed you more in our question is say, or more, we won't even dear, or met to me, dear, say, I said, yeah, ya been any juma. Near you now, near day, on your say, near the tarnishing the Pakoni image. And I said, yeah, few people, about said 150 or 200, no more could decide to choose a running mate. Flag bearer say young to about so. Okay, America now, and no friend Super Tuesday. Nipadudu a koko to aba. It's almost like I say a curtain raiser for the actual elections of Mubabele. It is a war horn was our chrono so. Now be TV so. No one to mean Kasa, Ubina radios, no one to mean Kasa. Entia Sadia na ye yo krumu to bring development and to bring change. Now we know was so on this. We know then I open Ghana a Papa. So on moi.
But chairman. Met you own sem no.
Person me ko chiri kaka nti.
Men ko bebre, right? Said ye mekano ewo ye introduction ni mu no. The ye ama ye hu the healing that will restore us to our ability to use Ghana as our reference point. That is the healing that we need for all of us. We need healing so that the very moment we begin to think, the very moment we begin to take an action, the very moment we decide not to take an action, we know we are doing so in the interest of Ghana. That is the sort of healing that we all need for ourselves. And
Papa,
yes, me too.
How does one know that he needs healing?
Okay, you see, it is expressed in actions and we inactions, and so ebeko. Yes, when learning happens, there is a change in behavior. So, and say you didn't come every now and then. Oh, Nina, I'm some say Wedru. You'll be able to see some changes. Maybe some of them will be a whole more. Dose now, the man is no, it's not so strong. We might need to increase the dose. Kakra, you may be seeing some changes in behavior here and there. Na healing eba. Say me dem fatu hu eba. Say ye when you be when they join us quite recently, right? When they join us, they also came for healing. Said ye pay healing ewa hano. They went to Ghana, among other things. Bi fufro. Part of the healing process. You can feel say said the musikasa among other things no. Asesa anase esesa. That is the kind of healing that we need. Enti obi wo hono mo a yare bia emfa ne say okay unya flu a ebi a wo de na be take 2 weeks na flu no ko but the onkrofo bo ho no ma wo munya flu a 6 months kura na flu no enye debe na enkoye. Nti we all have different healing processes we will go through. Nti when you identify that your fellow Ghanaian ehia sa healing na, the best of all ways to also be that catalyst that will support that Ghanaian to get the necessary healing. After all, what more do we like, or what more do we want, other than we being able to think and reason as Ghanaians? That is what we are looking at for. Enti yakasa bebre about Yemampeni, yakasa bebre about Abediachi, yakasa bebre about the ruling party, yakasa bebre about opposition, yakasa bebre about departments, ministries, among other things. The here say they will be able to reason using Ghana as their reference point. That is the bottom line, and that is the healing that we are looking out for, especially on our Independence Day. Yo, Pochaman, that is what I'll add to what you just said. Na menko Sam eso na Sam eso emoye nkomo kakra. Sam say enede why available kakra, and happy Independence Day, my brother. Say why ready there on mute hwe na yemonkobo nya sa dia memo ate ho so na yenkotie the patriotic song baako emra. I'm thinking of which patriotic song that we can perhaps play on this day of our independence. The ebitima Kenya ye ebi nyane ye so na afi no ye hu ni say omano se be you senye you omanfo ebra and the betcha. In fact, speaking of that, let me do it this way, because back in time there was this very particular tune. Now instead of Mekomi Kuromuno, we had a very particular tune na yebo Ediye Bamaso, and then Yanara Assassino. I think it's the remixed edition. And Simbia Rantia no a can woman no ahunka wom pa me pese I'm so fidie no right na me ko pagya sa anwom no entum ni entimra me so Isaac Abaze twan me beba why yenkuti sa enwom no emra na yemfa nkenya ye ho ni hu ni say it is for our own good. It is in our own interest for us to begin to reason as Ghanaians. Say yepetu eda yebepetu ewu sana mpanyifo aka to no so opetu eda opetu ewu na se de mekaye no empire ni se yebetumi ahya ase adwene se Ghana fo na se yebesi adwene se Ghana fo a ene we need healing so that we will be able to start thinking as Ghanaians. Me say yakasa ya how ya dadwin enyina ene say the very ones who are leading us now, they will begin to reason as Ghanaians. Ya how nyina no say oka o mampani ehho asem a right o how nyina ne say on hyase emfa Ghana enye no pomasi bre enema a wo ye no Oma Ghana enedi ewunimu. Oka OMP ehho asem a, that is the bottom line. Mesa pepepe anase oka onua bi ho asem enso ewo kasafidie iso a sa healing no ana wo sa wo hwehwe ama ema sa onua no enti me say ekwan hodo bia abrabo yi which we call it life no ebefa for us to be able to awaken the Ghana within us no. We surrender. Now it is in our own interest and can you surrender to this power. Now what you see, say yeah, nyanisa pain now you be go through no, which will still cause us to surrender, and then be able to reveal the Ghana within us. No, the pain will be more excruciating. Dear brofo, come up. Just say pain never kesiye, ebe kesiye pa. I mean, you see, the bottom line is life is here to promote and support itself, right? Na kona ebe fe nyina no, it will lead us there. Sometimes we may resist. Na fi a fruit-bearing unit of life, no, they become like a manure, right? Whichever way, no, he or she have been able to support life in another way. Oh, and see, idea, oh yeah, they are. You end up doing no. I didn't know one yentem, right? Hey, yempo. Ghana being part of life, no. Life will use its own diverse means to make us come to the realization, say, hey, I will say it promote life. And so how amani hunu ana yebeko duru yebekum ansana yenibeba ya hoswa yemfem, and then we will be able to get the healing that we need going forward. And see yenti enyom numra yeba, the question that was posed as we were ending or rounding up yesterday, no, it still stands. In the face of this LGBTQ bill, the question that we are asking ourselves, perhaps a few questions. What possible good could come out of the passage of that bill? What possible good? Independence Day, I can't want them no. Deep, right? What possible impact? And you bet me a facey. Say ya pass it, sa bill yinswa. Yinti numra. Me say, say, and you are no best and strong as and watchy, and omokaboom, and a remix to Yanara Assassin. We used to play this tune so much. Ewo Jumedi eso until we changed over. Yenti biun, neti munsempa, yaba, bamaso will continue.
Say a pay, piatwaso, Indian twaso, go to Crania, Bessaming coming out, Eddie ain't Bremu, the Mamaya, Sassy, Udo, what to say. Oh, my no, oh, my no, yes, and I horse, oh, my full private chair. Oh, my no. We go. Okay, this is my motherland, Lady Ghana tiny. Anything I go talk, we look at tiny. Bo, Boniya, hey, Boni Dane Fe, hey. Many me fend he kati, and many won't pay. Malabahi can you fend the Baja in Cabo? When you look on Ninja Lawa, where me Cabo. I promise on my own, I'm more tired near Shona. Ling off a Vina Sana, Libukuna, no Shona.
Yawaena, Zumanchia Fico May, Cohen Kabila Capito. Zaida kai banda bambanci mu daina zalunci ubangijin Allah wai ma zumunci ya fi komai annan Muhammad wai ma zumunci ya fi komai iyayenmu wai ma zumunci ya fi komai.
This is not a peace song, it's a love song. Peace and Ghana getting married, keep the love strong. See, a peace we cannot risk. reward. Home is like cardiac arrest, cause home is where the heart is. Let the trumpets sound victory. The battle that we won is a battle for a peace. We promise on the honor that we'll never fight again. Cause Ghana is a happy place, a joy we should defend.
We're short of fire born, I am a dog, a granny band, one in your will and get him. What's up, motherland? I don't feel like Obidi and Afia. I'm in love with you now. Tamajiba Majihada, Mabiata, was a young will a dodgy love for from Dakachale. How? From the big six, you still to fix things. Mawa Hamakafu was she can't reach.
If you don't want make it be, somebody for fight, we don't need one of these. Hey, and come boom. Hey, is it with huh? If we to protect the nation, while the God and anyone I save it. Oh yeah.
About the peace, hey, about our summer day, about the PP, hey, I want to know. Now, so we do walk here, but from a wabo, what has some chon once, say, many bay you some Kenya if you are, we'll see as if you won't pay for a month who are when you leave your cocoto. A lady be okay, palace, a lady more care, ballet, a lepus you call care, ballet. I'm out with you. It's all about a peace. Kebaloba.
Phones in a doom, stores out to doom, police say you foom, and we say soon. Paye papa, depending on how Mwashakuma Muma, Memina Danima, Wafa, Wodona, Wodiness, Rem, Musimugania, Sema Photo Gem, Uredonach BBC.
Ghana, it's no more.
Peter Free me, Dayum Metium, no war.
So that the peacemakers, for they shall be called the sons and daughters of God. Hey, we pray for love, we pray for peace. Pray for unity always. To make our nation better. Oh, to make our nation better. Bring peace to our land. Nation better. Peace to our land.
You so what if we want to make our nation better? It is down to me and you. Said my was to and you me and you are no best say only best and kono, right? Anna omo come together, right? Anna omo share and you will say this is the remix of the normal Yanara Assassinia Yina Yenimno, right? We a deep one to say Ote Ambuli Ekranka womb, right? Ana Ote Ziggy Ochiame Kwame Aibe Edem, right? Ote Aibe Edem Su womb Kwabana Mafia and then mu easy and so mu VIP F1 so and then mu tiny on also and mu so you know we say an expression also of we all coming together to make something much bigger, right? And we can also learn something from that as well. And then yidi ya fofida well yes itri enti ya yenya hswa na board chairman say me hu video bi ana twa bi de koma board chairman say won hwe na won kire me na adwene e wo ho say dare de nyina ye ka say edua no nyini a right say edua no nyini a nka ideally no now what provided the structures and I say you provide the mechanism with which you'll be able to guide the tree, you know, to grow in a direction that you want, right? And then the ideal way and whatever advanced countries no say you could see say they put some two poles around a diano na afei omo the ties bi asusom as a rubber band kese bi sa na omo de asusom nti eboa amadua no enyini straight in a beautiful direction. Say amane sa edua no etimi kɔ direction bi a ope bia nti wo behu ne edua na emu akwa achia nti wo kɔ ye my Ghana mo most of you nua nyina achia right most of you nua I don't know sakakra wo ho right etwetwe bi de but kakra e wo ho because we don't put those nua nkuma no through those things ebema anyini straight said the sipeno. Now this was a particular technology. Say omaye machine bia edua no akwa said yen a say ye didua no eto machine no eso a edua no timi yes style bi machine no etimi tremu dua no tremu dua no sa afi wo mehwe na edua no aye straight na aye straight. Enti although edua no anyini awie emra wote ase no yentumi antene no ama na anye straight na emum edua no wu ye twa no wawu na ye de ne koto machine so no machine no atremu no amwaye why straight right why afi straight edua is straight na ohwa de na me hu ewom ene say before say dua no betimi aye straight no there was so many things na was say in part of it dua no bi wo ho no mo a na was say ye twitwa firi ho ye twitwa here and there ye firi ho ansana ya benya the part na very very straight na. You see oh my Ghana ya kwa kudrum pempensuo bi ama said na me kind earlier on no, we went for independence so that we'll be able to manage our things so beautifully. Perhaps that has not been so forthcoming and hence we're still becoming over reliant on the very ones we sought independence from, right? And ama yeah this 67 there but eduano achia, right? Achia. Enti picking from machine ya etimi tremu dua no ama still ano edua no etimi ebeye straight no etwitwa no ho saa etwitwa no ho tremu no ho saa na afi obey straight. On this Independence Day, one other question that we can ask and I was here tremu free yen ho individually and collectively we will get the direction that we want our nation to go. Mamenko Isaac ho. Why? Isaac.